All right, now to give us more perspective in terms of what these talks, of course, means, we are joined on this broadcast by retired Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Davis, who's a military expert and also a host of Daniel Davis Deep Dive on YouTube. Colonel Davis, thank you very much indeed for joining us here on WION. And let me start off by asking you this. In your assessment, the fact that the talks were held in Muscat and from what seems to have transpired in that meeting there, it does look like an encouraging start. What's your assessment?
Yeah, anytime you get negotiations and people are willing to talk at the diplomatic level, that is something to be encouraged. And I am all for this being resolved in amicable win-win ways, anything that you can do to prevent the possibility of escalation into war. Obviously, is the devil's in the details, and what the two sides want at this point are still quite far apart. So it remains to be seen whether or not we can get it done to the satisfaction of both. It can obviate the possibility of armed conflict. But I mean, that's what negotiations are for, and they should be given every opportunity to succeed. Right.
Now, there was an Iranian nuclear deal that was signed, of course, when Barack Obama was the president back in 2015. It was called the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action. And when Donald Trump took charge of the White House in 2018, he tore that agreement apart, describing it to be the worst negotiated agreement in American history. How different do you think this agreement would be that Donald Trump's team could be signing? And if the Americans were to agree for an Iranian nuclear deal again, do you think America's close ally in West Asia, the state of Israel, would be happy that America and Iran are striking another nuclear deal?
Well, that is part of the challenge that we have this time, because after a painstaking, I think about a 2-year process under President Obama to get the JCPOA enacted, then President Trump just got rid of it as soon as he came into office with the claim that he was to negotiate a better deal. Obviously, during his first term, that never happened. When the Biden administration came in, they tried to kind of resurrect it, but then really did nothing for 4 years. And now here comes Trump saying he wanted a deal in 2 months. He put a deadline on this originally from March 19th on. We'll see if that was just a pressure negotiation. But the question is going to be, will Iran trust anything the United States does? And because of what happened last time, that this whatever we agree to today could be dismissed tomorrow by whoever may come in next. And that's not going to be a small issue. That there's going to have to be the Iranian side is almost certainly going to be asking for some big asks in order to get some big gives. And that's been one of the hallmarks that the Trump administration has not been willing to do, is to give something to get something. So that's going to have to change, or this is not going to have any more success than he did during his first term.
All right, we'll have to leave there. Thank you very much indeed, Colonel Davis, for joining us with that perspective there.
Thank you.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.